Hello and welcome, welcome to Rose Red Homestead, where we focus on three important factors: emergency preparedness, food security, and self-reliance. And this is where also we have one of the best, if not the best, community on all of YouTube, in our opinion. We really have a learning community here, which means that we all learn from each other. And kindness prevails. The only way that you get kicked off our site, well, it's not a site, the only way that we delete any comments is if they are snarky, rude, inappropriate in some way. Everyone is free to express their opinion about things if they do it respectfully, and those comments stand. We believe in a good discourse here, and so we are just happy to have you along. And please subscribe if you have not already, and hit that bell so that you can be notified every time we post a new video. We have just recently, as of last week, started a discovery series of videos where we drive out into town, into our local region here, and find stores or outlets that are local, not national chains, but local, that sell food farm to table, or that have other supplies that fit in with our three main areas of focus. This week, if you watched on Monday, we visited Your Family Still Matters: Paintball, Food Storage, and Violins. And the young man who was managing the store that day gave us a rundown on why the long name and the paintball, food storage, and violin combination. I will be linking that video at the end of this video so that you can see it. Jim and I had a great time there. We walked up and down the aisles. We learned a lot about hand crank grain mills. Found one that if I were in the market for one, that's the one that I would choose. I was able to feel the flour, and it was just absolutely wonderful flour. And actually, I have found that one. First of all, Your Family Still Matters. He gave me the card. Jalen gave me the card, and they sell online. And they sell under the name BeReadyFoods.com. And I will put that link below this video, so if you want to check anything out there, you can. I found that wheat grinder on Amazon, along with the motor, at quite a lovely price. And I will also put that in the products. Now, what we bought while we were there, we walked up and down the aisles and looked at everything. We already have a lot of the things that they have available in that store. One of the things that we found that we do not have is this 5-gallon solar shower with a thermometer. I had one of these years ago, not quite this fancy, but my youngest daughter took it to girls' camp, and that was the last I ever saw of it. So I feel that these are really a handy thing to have for off-grid or for camping as well. But in an off-grid situation, it gives us the option of heating water so that we can shower, have good hygiene, or take care of dishes or do some cooking. It does not bring it to a boiling point. There's a little chart on the back that gives a temperature time graph, and at 70 degrees during the day as a daytime temperature, it will take between 2.5 to 3 hours to get up to about 105 degrees, which is good enough to take a shower in. So we're going to open this. I haven't yet opened it. Take it out of the box. Okay, some stuff here. So it looks like this is the shower head, and there is a on-off spigot. And then opening this up, it's clear on the back and it is black on the front. And the directions on the back here say, to prepare, wash the inner walls with a mixture of lukewarm water and a tablespoon of baking soda. So that's what we're going to do first. So I'm just going to put a little, let's see, I'd better put this on here. Otherwise that water is just going to leak right out. Okay. So I'm going to put it over here in my sink and fill it with a little bit of water, and we'll shake it around with a tablespoon of this baking soda. Okay, so it is leaking. Turn it the other way. That did it. And then fasten this in tight. And we'll just shake that water around inside. All right, and now we drain this and rinse it. Okay, rinsing. And then we'll drain. Okay. Now, the next thing that happens, off, on. So it's on when it's straight out like this, and it's off when it's this way, and of course we're going to want the downspout to go down. Here is a little thermometer right here that will change colors as it gets hotter. And it does both Celsius and Fahrenheit, which is good. Here is a replication of the table that's on the back of the box, and it shows that this is time versus water temperature based on 70-degree day. Now, out there right now, we have 81 degrees, which is cool for the weather that we have been having. It's a little bit overcast, so this will actually give us a good testing opportunity to see how it works on a slightly overcast day. Later in the week, along with a lot of the places in the Southwest, we are going to be in a heat wave. It's to get up to between 103 and 105 for 2 or 3 days in a row toward the middle of the week. But we wanted to try it out on a day that wasn't hot like that so we could see how it would work. Okay, so this is the handle, and the handle looks like it inserts right here. Piece of PVC pipe. So that's good. That gives you a good grip right here. Now we are going to go outside and get it set up, and Jim is now going to take over the outside portion in getting this all set up.
Okay, we're out here and we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and fill the water up in our portable tank, 5 gallons, 40 pounds, and I will go ahead and do it from the top spout. And let's go ahead and we can see from the back how much water is there. We also have an indicator on the front, which I'll show in a few moments, for the temperature, both centigrade as well as Fahrenheit. Okay, that's about enough. So from the back, it looks like it's probably got about 4 gallons in it. And from the front, I've got to put the stopper in, and it's a little bit tricky. It doesn't go in as easily as I thought it would. There it goes. Maybe it was okay.
Maybe it just needed to be broken in.
Maybe it just needed to be broken in. We've got a water valve down here where the water will come out, off and on. We also have in the front indicators both Fahrenheit and Celsius. Okay, as far as temperatures, and it gives you an idea as to how long it will take to fill these up or to warm the water up. Again, based on the temperature of 70 degrees during the day, it's probably what, 85 here now?
It's 81 right now.
81, okay, I was off a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it out here and come back, check on it on a regular basis, and hopefully within a couple of hours, 2.5, 3 hours, it will be hot enough. Hang it up, we'll hang it up over here, and Pam can go ahead and wash her hair.
Oh, okay. So we'll see you after a while.
All right, it's been on here for 3 hours, and the little indicator for the temperature does say 104 degrees.
It's really hard to read.
Yes, it's really hard to read. So you really have to strain to make sure that there's a little different color for the 104 versus the above and below. So I'm going to go ahead and pick it up and take it over and see if I can get it up to the hook that we have. Okay, so
That should work.
is that going to be high enough?
Well, we'll find out.
Well, I can go ahead and loop it over another few times.
Why don't we see if that works? Because it's bulging out quite a bit so we can see. All right, I guess we're ready for this. It says it's 104, so we will see. All right, I'm turning it on.
Probably got to turn it all the way.
Really?
I guess that's what it is. We need to unplug the top plug
For air.
for air. Okay, I'll get that. You got it? There you go.
Brilliant, Jim. Okay. Oh, it's nice and warm.
Your I think the hose is too long.
Huh?
I think the hose is too long and kinked. But it looks like you're getting wet. Okay, you got to turn it off. Okay.
Okay, it's lathering up really good.
Yeah, it
Really
looks
well.
like it is. Got to turn it the other way, I think. There you go. Then you need to turn it all the way off when you get ready to.
It's very warm. Great temperature.
Looks like you're getting it all.
Yeah, feels good.
Yeah. Got plenty of water.
Good.
Probably another 2.5 gallons. I'm just guesstimating. Yeah, all the way off, otherwise it dribbles.
Okay, now for conditioner.
So you don't have to make a lot of lather with conditioner.
No lather.
Okay.
And back on.
You're doing okay?
Well, I probably used about half of it.
About half.
Yeah, I used this much. I wanted to capture it to see what it would look like.
Yeah.
And the temperature was, I'm standing right here, maybe I should stand right here. My microphone I put right here.
Oh, that works.
So it worked okay. I would have preferred having it higher so that I didn't have to fight it all the time, but it worked just fine. And you know, this is not for
Faint of
long-term
heart.
household situation at all. This works great for camp, for a tent camping. It would work great for an emergency where if your water was shut off and you had to shampoo your hair, you could do it this way. The downside is the kink in the hose, but I think that can be worn out. I mean, not worn out, but it can be, with use, it will become less of a kink right there.
You could also cut the hose, depending upon
Well, I
how high
I
you
want this
are.
much latitude in
Yeah.
the hose. I wouldn't want to cut the hose. And the other downside is that it took 3 hours to get up to a temperature that was tolerable. The temperature reading was difficult for me to see, but Jim was able to see it okay. It was just a very, very light gray, just slightly different than the color of the background of the thermometer. So anyway, for 3 hours, and having still this much left that I could do some dishes with or cooking with or whatever else. So this would be kind of a nice addition to our outdoor kitchen for water. And the great thing is, of course, no fuel, just the sun. And anytime we can get by with using the sun, more power to us. And so this is great. So this Discovery is a good addition to our emergency supplies, and we will put it out with our other emergency equipment. And so I think that this is a win-win for us. Now, if you're interested in this one, I could not find a brand name. I couldn't find this exact one on Amazon, but they do have others plenty on Amazon. I'm not going to put any in our store because I've not purchased with our own money and tried them out. But this one works fine. I think it's a good deal for $10. So I feel good about our discovery this week. What about you, Jim?
Looks good. It worked out real well.
What was the downside and upside for you?
Well, lifting it up and keeping it up high enough so I could go ahead and put it up there. The long hose for one thing, but just holding it so I could hook it on.
Yeah, so that's that's the situation. So anyway, for those of you that have used things like this, if you want to give us any hints on how to do a better job next time, go for it. This is the first time I have used one of these, and I've always been curious about how accurate they are. So that will conclude our video for today. Thanks so much for being with us. Please share the video and join our community officially by subscribing and click that bell so that you can receive notifications when we put out more videos. So coming up on Friday, if all goes well, Jim and I are going to try our hand at doing some cooking together. So we'll see about that. So thanks so much for being with us, and we'll see you again very soon.